Hey girl, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be testing out the IREDALE Skintuition Foundation, and we have two shades here to compare. We have 46 dark, which is more of a warm undertone, and then we have 74 deep, which is more of a neutral undertone. So we have these two shades just because we weren't sure which shade would work best for our undertones. So if you are like me, which is neutral olive with some golden undertones, and you struggled with trying to figure out which shade will work best, hopefully this video will help you out, and hopefully one of these shades will be a perfect match for us. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and also subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. So let's get into this first impressions video. Okay, so these are the two shades that we have to compare between. This is shade 64 dark, and this is shade 74 deep. 64 dark, which is a warm undertone. So that's what it looks like. Which it looks like it pretty much kind of blends in. And 74 deep, which is more of a neutral undertone. And that's what it looks like next to 64 deep. That's 64 dark, and this is 74 deep. Hopefully now you can see the difference. So we're gonna see which shade works best. Now let's do a swatch on the cheek just so you can see the difference on the skin. This is 64 dark, which is the lighter shade. That's more warm. That's what it looks like. And then we're gonna go in with that shade that's a little bit deeper, which is 74 deep, which is more neutral undertone. Now, as you can see, there is a difference in the undertones and how it looks against my face. And then when you look down at my neck, which one is looking like a better match? On this side, we're going to do the shade 64 dark. And then on this side, we're going to do the shade 74 deep. Now I'm going to go in on this side with the shade 64 dark, which is the warm undertone shade. So I just did one pump of it, and I probably didn't even need all of that, to be honest. I think that will be enough. Look at that match. So you can see the difference of the sides. You can tell which shade was applied the foundation and which shade does not have the foundation. Clearly you can see this side is the 64 dark, but look how it looks on the skin. Oh, so now on this side we're going to go in with the shade 74 deep, which is the neutral undertone shade. So let's blend this all. On this side, we have 74 deep, which is that neutral undertone. So what I'm going to do is finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come right back. So what do we think? Do you like how it turned out? Can you tell that I have two different shades on? On this side, we have the shade 64 dark, which is the warm undertone. And then on this side, we have the shade 74 deep, which was the neutral undertone. I don't know. If you ask me, I can't even tell the difference unless probably if you look at the neck comparison and you can see. You guys tell me if you notice a difference from the neck up. But just looking at it, I couldn't tell that I have two shades on. But what I will say is this foundation looks like it's going to be my go-to foundation. Look how stunning and beautiful it sits on the skin. It looks perfected. It has some type of glow, but it's not too luminous. But yeah, I love this. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't sure how this foundation was going to apply and look, but I am pleasantly surprised and I am shocked. I love it, love it, love it. Beautiful on their skin, even matching the skin tone. I do believe we did find a match. So if you are my shade twin and you was trying to figure out which shade to pick up, I personally would go with 64 Dark. But if you like yours to run a little bit more neutral and maybe if you get a little more tanner in the summertime, then I would say go with the 74 Deep. But honestly, I don't know. You probably could do either shade. You could bounce between two shades, but for me personally, I think that the 64 Dark works pretty fine in my opinion. But you guys will have to let me know in the comments down below if you like foundations that is lightweight. I would say this is definitely more of a medium buildable coverage depending on your skin type, and it doesn't look cakey at all. It really looks skin-like, but it still has a subtle glow to it. So I would say if you like hydrating foundations, definitely go with this one. I would say this would be for all skin types, but definitely if you have mature skin, dry skin, or if you like your products to be hydrating and still have a little glow, I would highly recommend this foundation. For the girlies that love a minimal natural makeup look, you let me know in the comments if you notice the difference and which shade you think works best. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you like more videos like this, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also leave some comments down below and let me know if you've tried this foundation before and what your thoughts are on it, or if you are thinking to pick it up but you was also struggling or trying to figure out which shade to get, because online they have the models but sometimes it's still tricky to figure out which shade to go with. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, bye.